My name is Jogodnik, and I'm in 10th grade. When I was about 9, I just remember always riding. I had a mountain bike, and I rode it like all the time. I would go with my dad, and we'd ride on a bunch of just trails near us for like pretty decent miles for a bike like that, like 15 miles, which I wouldn't consider long now, but it was at that point. And the bike shop that we had always went to, we went in, and the manager there told us about a team that I could join to start racing. And you had to be 10 at that point to start racing. So I was 9 then, and I started the next season, and I've been training ever since. I usually train during the season 6 to 7 days a week. I sometimes take a day off on Monday, and sometimes on that Monday I'll just do an easy ride. During this time of year, usually it's like a day or 2 off, because it's coming down to the end of the season and it's almost time to start winter training. Typically in the winter especially, and throughout the season, I do a lot of intervals, which is really, they can be anywhere from like 15 seconds, which would be a really hard interval, as hard as you can, to like 20 minutes where you're just really kind of pacing yourself and trying to get the best effort you can out of 20 minutes. I mean, I just feel like it's something you can't get from any other sport. You can get from soccer, obviously you can get strong from doing any sport, but the levels of physical exercise you get from cycling is great. I prefer road, just because that's kind of what I'm strongest at, but cyclocross this season has been a lot of fun. Racing-wise, it actually is more of a team sport than you would think. I do race for a team. My team's name is Montclair Bikery Colavita Development Team. It's based out of Montclair, New Jersey. And you race with your team in races like criteriums or road races. Criteriums were the ones that went around circles, and road races basically are much longer. They can be upwards of like 60 miles to like 100 miles, and for the pros especially like 150, so they're long. You do ride with a team, and you can use certain tactics to do better and place overall as a team, or just to help a special individual out. This is the state championship jersey. I am state champion in 2 divisions this year. 15-16 for the criterium, which like I said is where you go like around and around in circles, and then also I just won it recently for category 4 men, which is a men's field. For cyclocross, which is basically a discipline of the sport where it takes place off-road and on a bike that kind of resembles sort of like a road bike and sort of like a mountain bike. And this year, I was 15 in a 15 to 16-year-old group, so my performance this year at Nationals was not as great, but next year I'm certainly training harder to do well.